Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? Let me see. Everybody's already in the comments. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for liking the stream. I see that you guys are already doing that. Appreciate you guys so much. In case there are some new viewers this evening or whatever time you are watching this, my name is Erin Bies. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. I hope you guys have had a great day. I took a nap today and I feel amazing after my workout. Oh, highly suggest. It is midnight in England. That's amazing. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Plexus. I was going through my videos and I realized that the last time I talked about Plexus was in December. Also, I want to give a major shout out to this individual that sends a lot of content creators information on Plexus. They're going to remain anonymous, of course, but I wanted to say thank you. You know who you are. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. When I say we, I mean content creators. Thank you. So it's a lot. And by the way, if any content creators in here are wanting to cover Plexus, just message me on Instagram and I can send you some stuff, because there's no way that I can cover all of this. There's just no way. It's 1 a.m. there. Oh, look at you. Somebody said that I am glowing. Thank you, Ruby. I did put a little bit of makeup on, just a little bit. Yeah, I feel good today. I was still kind of sleepy from my nap, but I feel like when you take a nap, sometimes you're kind of sleepy the rest of the day. Like it takes you a little bit to wake up. So it was much needed, though. Much needed. Plexus is new to me. Glad to hear. Good. That's amazing. Yeah, I actually have 2 videos for you guys today. One I'm going to play at the end. It's a little shorter video, like 7 minutes or something like that. And then this other one, I think is like 36 minutes. So we're going to react to that first one. It's a Zoom, and I'm blind reacting to everything, just so you guys know. But this looks like it's a Zoom that was streamed or something to Facebook. And yeah, we'll just see what it's about. I'm expecting the usual stuff. Hi there, Erin. I just found yours and JJ's. I've been binging your videos. Thank you for all that you do. Have a beautiful day. Hey, thank you so much, Erin. I appreciate that. Also, a really cool name. All right. So if you have not already, like the stream. And yeah, also this. Thank you, person, for spilling Plexus. We appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, it would be cool if you did. I do have an announcement really quickly, though. I'm very excited about this. I'm actually an affiliate with HydroJug now. So if you would like to get your own HydroJug, you can click the link in any of the videos in my social media bio. And I don't even know how I benefit. I need to actually research that. It just happened a little while ago. So if you want to grab a HydroJug, this is my other one I just grabbed. It's a stainless steel. This one's going to be used mainly during the summer because it keeps everything cold and it's hot here in Vegas. And then the other one I really like, it's just the clear plastic. It's like a classic. And then it has this little sleeve that goes over it. And typically when I go to the gym, I'll put my keys in here and I walk into the gym and I don't really have to carry anything. So love that. And I think they hold 72 or 73 ounces. So I drink 1 a day and then a little bit more, like in the form of carbonated water. So there you have it. If you're interested, you can check the link in it's the about section, I think, of YouTube. Otherwise, it's in the tap bio link in all of my social media platforms. So Plexus is a health and wellness multi-level marketing company. They're, I think, known more specifically for their pink drink. There's all kinds of health claims that are associated with this company. I have seen people claim that it's cured their fibromyalgia. I have seen people claim that it has cured their issues that they have with their heart. all kinds of stuff. It's really bad. The claims that these people make in this company specifically are unreal. They're unreal. So yeah. Plexus, one of the many that I've seen my gastric bypass before and afters float around their posts, shaking my head. Yeah, absolutely vile. When there are distributors and these multi-level marketing companies that just take whatever picture and decide to go, oh, you know what? This looks like a good picture I can use for the products, even though it's not. Just like Blazed Goddess said, it's her gastric bypass before and after, and people are using that picture, probably that they got from some group that she shared it in, and they're just using it to try and sell their product. I think it's absolutely vile. Yeah. Also, I wonder if they're going to go over the lead in their products on this video. I wonder if Prove It's going to as well. Asking for a friend. Did you guys know? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. We're going to keep it moving. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to recruit all of you to be HydroJug affiliates that I don't benefit off of at all. Yeah, the health claims are insane. Hey, Tina, I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. Shadow says that they tried it before and it made them feel weird and made my heart beat fast. That's terrifying. We may have to look at the ingredients because I'm curious. I tried Plexus. This is from Melissa J. I tried Plexus. It did not miraculously cure me of everything. It was, however, excellent at clearing the bowels. Yes. You probably were detoxing, Melissa. You and I both know that, you know? Oh my God. If Plexus could cure anything, why is it not in the news? Also that. Monica? Yes. That would be amazing. Can you imagine? Why don't we see these amazing products being discussed in the medical or news outlets? Valid question. Plexus is what the sister wives take, and I think it's terrible that they use their fame to build their pyramids, just like with LuLaRoe. I couldn't agree with you more. I actually have done a video reacting to Janelle and what is the other gal's name? I cannot think of her name right now. Anyways, there's a video of me reacting to it. It is an edited video. It's not a live stream. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. And then in December, I did another video. And I feel like now that I think about it, I think that person was kind of experiencing cognitive dissonance a little bit. And yeah, so you can check that out too if you want to dive into that. Erin selling her swag on YouTube. Oh, all right, you guys, let's get this show on the road. Janelle and Christine, thank you. I couldn't think of Christine for some reason. Also, I have seen firsthand that Christine there's been comments where people have said, why can't you do this with a non-multi-level marketing company? Why does it have to be this company? And she just doesn't want to hear it. She's like, well, network marketing is completely different now. And I think I commented on one of her videos that she did, I think it was Instagram, and asked her, okay, well, in what ways is network marketing different than what it used to be? No answer, Yeah, it's gross. It's gross. My well-meaning family members gave me some of the Plexus probiotics. After I finished it, I just bought a non-MLM one from Amazon for way cheaper. Yeah. And I think it's important to say that not everybody needs probiotics. And if you feel you might need that, go and see your doctor, have some labs done, get checked out, work with professionals. I say that all the time, but yeah. Oh, thank you. You love the rose. So I'm wearing a new lip color. Hi, Luna. And it's by Jones Road Beauty. I did a whole video on their WTF foundation. This is really cool. This is not an affiliate or anything, but since you guys are noticing. And this color is called Mauve Rose. That's an awkward word for me to say. But anyways, and you can use this as like a cheek, and then you could like all over the face. So love it. You're going to see me probably putting it on a couple times. And it just gives a little bit of color. So there you go. All right. Anyways, and thank you guys for the compliments. I appreciate you. Let's get started. Like the stream. And this one is a Zoom. And it's 3 liters. Oh, here we go.
To approve. Okay, it's being live streamed and it says setting up.
We are live. It's a Monday night.
It's
Monday
live.
night drive.
Here we are. Here we are. All
Here
right.
we are. It's going to be such a good night. We're actually live a few minutes early because Sonia was nervous about technology, and it takes a few minutes to tag everyone and get it on like the appropriate walls. So we're just gonna waste a couple minutes as people join. And Sonia, did you unlock it? Because I'm not oh yeah, you did.
I just now did, but I'm gonna edit and tag. So it's just not giving me the option.
The first week that we did this, like we were talking, it wasn't live stream.
Can you hear Luna? She's a talker. Okay, come here. Well, come here and come say hi. Okay. She's a talker, so.
I mean, we thought it wasn't live stream, but like then I went back and rewatched it, and like everything that we didn't think was live stream was actually live stream. So
interesting.
Yeah, it's a situation.
Michelle, I'm just not seeing where I can. I mean, here we go again, but like,
okay, go to this.
I'm going to the 3 dots, okay? And then it's just got edit post.
Edit post. That's what
all right. That's and then but see, when I do it, it just comes up.
And then
there's nothing there except where I can make it.
It takes a second, and you.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, remember, and then you put our names at. Does it give you the option to type?
Huh?
Does it give you the option to type?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
That's all you do is just type our names.
Okay.
This definitely could have been an email.
Oh yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay, if you are joining us, we have a few people watching. Tell us, oh, it's Brenda Croft. It's good morning. It's good morning because she is in Australia. Hi, Brenda in Australia. We love you.
Love
Hi,
her.
Star. Hey, Natalie. Hi, Natalie. If you are watching, just say hey. Say where you're watching from. Sonia's trying to figure out technology, and then we're gonna get started. Did you get it?
I got it in less than a minute, I think. Maybe.
Gosh, it's a miracle.
I see it too. I see it.
Yeah, it's a New Year's miracle. It's a New Year's miracle.
It is a New Year's miracle.
There's going to be a time when you're going to laugh at this because of how the simplicity of it, right?
Right. You're right.
We Marco. We do Marco Polo, like the app. Sonia and I do like video chat. If you guys, I don't know, like Marco Polo is only for certain types of friends. But it's the type of friends where you just want to like video chat back and forth instead of just like voicing or texting. Yeah. That's Sonia and I all day long video chat, Marco Polo. But she was like, I think I need to write down how to tag. I can't figure this out. So we're like only 3 weeks in. I'm like, okay, we got this.
Yeah, I got it tonight. I really do have it. I think after the 3rd time's a charm. But
this just made me snort. I love that for us.
We're so excited, y'all. We all just got back from Super Saturday Live. Deborah actually went to the actual Scottsdale, the event live. Michelle and I hosted our own event in close to Nashville, Dixon, Tennessee area. I know we had around 180-ish, 170 people. Deborah, y'all probably had what? 2,000 or 3,000?
Randy. You're amazing. Dang, guys. I hate to constantly be the morbidly obese lesbian that's always talking about licks, but like 139 watching and only 58 likes. Come on, friends. Oh, that's the best. Thank you for that.
So yeah, I mean, there was a big room, huge room, had the stage, had the setup, the lights, the cameras, everything. So it was pretty neat. It was neat to see the behind the scenes too before everybody got to see everything. They did a little interviewing in the audience and fun dancing and all that. So I love a live event. I think that's what feeds me. And just gets me going. So it was a great, great event that we had.
Yeah.
Sonia, Latricia said that she saw us on Saturday and we were hilarious.
Oh, really? Well, we now are event planners. This is our third or fourth event we've planned. So maybe we'll do stand-up comedy. We could get our
Oh my
degree in that
God,
next,
stop.
Michelle. But thank you.
Oh, I see that in the picture.
I literally there's nothing better than doing Sonia and I's testimony together because there are some just hilarious aspects to it. And so when we share that part, it is just funny. People really do enjoy it. And I tend to have some really dry humor.
Yeah.
Humor, sarcastic humor. So we had a lot of fun doing that to start off with.
We are 4 minutes and 46 seconds into this live stream. Well, their live stream.
Yeah, and we're going to take 3 or 4 minutes and talk about Super Saturday, just kind of how we feel about live events. But before we do, drum roll, and I'll have dogs come in and out, so y'all know that. We are so excited that Deborah McCutcheon said, yes, I will be your guest this Monday after Super Saturday, because Deborah's been in Plexus longer than I've been in Plexus, and I've been in Plexus 10.5 years.
Oh my God.
She is old school Plexus, which is so fun, and lots of wisdom comes from that. So I love, and I just love her as a person. She's just a good, genuine person. We've known each other for a long time. So thank you for being on, Deborah. And I'm going to let her do her introduction. Her story's great. But I'm going to tell you a couple things. Her favorite Plexus
What are we celebrating?
is BioCleanse. When we first started, I would stand up and tell how great BioCleanse was, and I'd be like, no, you don't need to exit at the room. Sheila taught me to say that. So you don't jump up and have to go to the bathroom. But I'll tell you, BioCleanse changed my life too. So you call it joy in a bottle. Before Plexus, you were on the go and would never go. Yeah. You had blood sugar issues, poor gut health. It's been the lifesaver for you. You won't go a day without it. Same. You don't know how bad you feel till you feel good. And when you go days and days without going to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you start going once or twice a day, and you think, is something wrong?
Thank you
so much. No, this is normal. Amazing.
Yeah, you used to think it was normal not to. So yes, totally.
Right. And the misery behind that.
Yeah.
Right? Michelle, you have
Nikki Page said, hi, Jake. Jake must have walked in the room.
My dog. Yeah, and he walked out.
No, BioCleanse. I don't go a day without it. Neither does any of our family. So
We have no idea.
it is just literally, I just did a live on my testimony page, and I was just talking about gut health is not something that is we hear gut health a lot, but I'm so proud to be a part of Plexus, where I feel like we're the original gut health company, and our products have been tested and tried. And
Let's see the studies. Let's see the research on your products specifically. Not the ingredients that actually aren't your studies that you're just using because you have the ingredients in this proprietary blend. We all know how that works.
So effective. And we have people, and I know you all can confirm this. We have people come from all walks of life, all holistic walks of life, that have never experienced results like they've experienced with our products. And so, BioCleanse for the win, gut health for the win.
Imagine thinking that spending an outrageous amount of money on an MLM product just to be able to poop is okay, what? No.
Win for sure. I say people might come to us for weight loss right now with the reset and things, but they are going to stay for the gut health. They're going to stay for the BioCleanse.
I agree. And I'll just say this before we move on, since we did start on time, it's good early. My son, and I'll probably go live on my personal wall this week. I did get his permission to make a post about it, but my son has watched me for 10.5 years do Plexus, and he's 27, and he has needed Plexus the whole time. He has a lot of stomach issues. He's very hyper, and I'm like, okay, I wish I could get him on, our products that relate to the gut to calm his brain down, to help him sleep, to help him stay asleep, to help his tummy issues. Like I have just wished, and y'all, I'm going to tell you, he came to me about 7 or 8 days, 9 days ago and said, okay, Mom, I am sick of being sick. And I'm ready to try Plexus. And first of all, I had a small little heart attack. And I looked at my husband and I said, you know, I said a couple years ago that I never say never about anything. And I said, I'm going to process this. And will he really stick to it? 3 to 4 days in, he's like, this is crazy, Mom. I'm sleeping like I did when I was a kid. I'm staying asleep. I wake up and I haven't moved. Mom, I'm going to sleep in 10 minutes. It doesn't take me 2 hours. Mom, my mind's not racing to go to sleep. Mom, my tummy issues are already better. This is weird to me. And I said, so you think I've really been selling snake oil for 10 and a half years? Come on.
Yes, we do. And yes, it is weird.
And
Also, I bet you anything it's a placebo effect.
I confirm. She has sent me screenshots of text message between herself and Taylor because it's so moving.
So moving.
Me too.
Well, I've been on the other side of this, and just a funny story on kids. My son had really bad IBS, really bad stomach issues years ago. We even paid a lot of money to do like natural cleanse. We did colonics. We did like all the things. And he finally got consistent on Plexus, and he is like, he doesn't experience any of the issues. Like he's like completely good. Now he's like the biggest Plexus junkie. We actually had to have a conversation about this the other day because I'm like, your budget for supplements, like he wants to take every product that Plexus has, and I'm like, you're 18, you haven't stopped producing collagen yet, so you're not taking my collagen. Like the collagen, I mean,
Hands off.
everything. And I'm like, and he's like, I just feel so good, I want to take it all. And I'm like, well, listen, this is your things. He's like, he has his routine though: active first thing in the morning, slim in the afternoon, Pro 5, BioCleanse, Vital Bomb, X Factor, Ease, Nerve. He said Nerve helps him because he's all the, I don't even know. He's 18. He's like, I'm like, we're gonna have to cut.
Can you guys hear Luna? This is how she talks. Nope, she's, of course, when I pause the video, she stops anyways. Well, come here. Come say hi. Come here. Well, come here. What a brat.
Cut back a little bit on your budgeting. Anyways, we're like,
I love it though. It makes me so happy to know like young people truly, and there's more and more young people. So he's already telling people, he's already put me in Facebook Messenger chats with people to tell because he's talking about it.
Yeah.
And there's younger people all the time wanting to avoid the Band-Aid of going to the doctor and be put on scripts. They are wiser than we were. They know that there is an answer to the root of the problem. They're hearing the microbiome. They're hearing the word gut health. So anyway, it's pretty exciting. So
and my kids talk about all the time how many of their friends have stomach issues, allergies, on medications for ADHD, or, you know, like all the different, you know, IBS and like, I mean, anxiety. Like they're actually talking about those things. Like when I was younger, like it was just like, I don't know, you were just kind of crazy, or you just had stomach issues. You just lived with it. Like if you were dying, like you're just.
Oh my God.
Yes, they are talking about it, as they should. There shouldn't be a stigma around mental health and talking about how you're feeling, and if you're battling ADHD or anxiety or depression or any of those things. I love that they're talking about it. This to me feels like they are trying to say, listen, Gen Z, they're signing off on this product. That's what it sounds like to me. Of course, they're not saying that, but I'm noticing more and more companies are really trying to, I want to say, like, tap into the numbers, tap into the market of Gen Z. And it's like, Gen Z is not going to have it. It's like, what was the company that I just covered? Beauty Counter. It's like Beauty Counter thinking that, oh, we're going to put all these products in Ulta, thinking that they're going to tap into Gen Z consumers. First of all, no. And second of all, that's definitely not going to benefit your distributors, and you know it, but we'll save that for another time. I would grab some popcorn and just sit over here and watch Gen Z just have a field day with them, because I know they would. Oh my God.
daughter's the same. My daughter's the same. She is a faithful BioCleanse and ProBio 5 every night. When I walk in the kitchen on the counter and the bottle's upside down, okay, it makes me happy. I'm happy. I mean, she's taking it, so she's gotten some good results from that too. So I can definitely equate 25 years old.
Yeah.
Well, or the bottles are just like all out and not screwed completely back on. That's when you know. Or taking your products.
Or they're not here. You're empty nester and they're all gone. And you just, it's like, I said, you're going to have to start sponsoring to pay for your product. And he actually got his first team member yesterday. I helped him and he introduced me to her and she ordered right away. And she told me her issues and I added her to the testimony group. By the way, have your upline plug you into a testimony group. Most of them all have one, but then people put their issues in the search bar, search for it. And they get excited. She told me what she wanted.
It's the health claims for me. These testimonial groups that they try to admin are so interesting. I guarantee you, if we went to this group and we typed in anxiety, there would be so many things that came up for anxiety. If we did ADHD, there'd be a ton of stuff that comes up. And when I say stuff, I mean health claims that are not allowed. You are not allowed per the FTC to make these kinds of health claims. So it's wild. And then let's also address the fact that she signed her kid up for to be a distributor. And now this person is recruiting.
And I helped her. So very
crazy.
Yeah, it's very validating to hear someone who has the same issue that you think you're the only one, you think it's normal. So it just feels good and validating that, hey, look what they have that too, and this is what they're doing.
It does. That's the thing, that validation, you don't seem so crazy and you have hope. You read it and you go, oh my gosh, this person.
Yes, Sarah, I do. So I'm not going to pin your comment, but if you want to message me on Instagram, that would be amazing.
Tell us what they did and it gives them hope. And I tell you, hope is the first thing to changing. If you don't have hope, you're not going to go after anything. I've been there. Well, that's a whole nother night. But all right, the next thing I'm going to tell about Deborah, then I'm going to let her take over. Michelle probably doesn't. She probably is too young to even know who this is. But
yeah, she is.
Right. So something that Deborah has done that is surprising is she is a Billy Joel groupie. For the past 8 years, they have traveled the country to see him with groups of friends. They've been in New Orleans, Cleveland, Wrigley Field in Chicago, and Notre Dame, and they're heading to Nashville in May to see him again. I may have to look that one up.
He's coming with Stevie Nicks.
Oh my
cool.
God.
I know.
That's my son's favorite person, and I need to look that up. I need to write that down. All right.
We have we'll go and then we'll plan the next one before we leave that one.
This feels like a FaceTime that we're not supposed to be watching. This feels like a private conversation. What are y'all doing today? What are y'all doing today? Yeah, my kid loves this product and that product, and they are live streaming it. It's so odd.
So he said, look, as long as he's selling out and as long as he's doing a show, and I'm like, well, we're going to be there. We're going to be that. We're going to be groupies.
And what fun to do that and travel and spend the weekend. I think that is the coolest thing. I love that, and that we have the freedom to do that. Deborah, we're so excited to hear from you. We really do want to hear from you.
They always say that we have the freedom to be able to do that. When people have jobs where they're allowed to take time off, they have the same freedom, except when they go on these trips to and we'll just use the concert as an example. They're not staring at their phones the entire trip. They're not trying to recruit people through the airport. They're not trying to recruit people on their way to the concert at restaurants. They're not just, trying to recruit everybody or sell them on these products. They're actually enjoying their trip. They're actually on vacation rather than trying to work the entire time. It's kind of like when they say, oh, you can work, anywhere you want. No, you work everywhere, because in multi-level marketing, in order to be successful, and success is a little different than, for everybody, you have to work all the time. When I go on vacation, I don't want to work. I don't want to be staring at my phone unless it's taking pictures of my family, of us doing whatever. I don't understand how they don't get that. I mean, I can only go back to my personal experience when I'm talking about this thing in particular. So I guess I should say I can see why, because that was what I thought I had to do in order to be successful. And now that I'm removed from being in an MLM, it's like, yeah, when I go on vacation, when I'm not working, I don't want to be working. You know what I mean?
And you've got plenty of time and you're so inspiring. We'll all kind of chat.
Since we're talking about concerts, what was the last one you went to? This was the last one I actually saw. I saw Disturbed here in Vegas.
I'm in.
Hey,
And
I
maybe
can
that's
check something real quick.
about the events.
Oh, I can hear. I don't know. People are messaging saying they can't hear, but I'm on live and I'm hearing everything. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
same,
I don't know.
same.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not on live, but
Well, I mean, I'm on live. I turned it down, but I could turn it up and I can hear. So I'm not sure.
okay.
Okay.
Cheryl said she can hear it all.
Okay.
Cheryl, girl, Cheryl Moeller.
Cheryl Waller, she's inspiring.
We are 14 minutes and 21 seconds into their video, and we still don't know what they're doing.
Oh my
All right,
gosh,
Deborah,
Cheryl's my girl.
take it away, and then we'll talk a little bit about live events and what we all kind of talked about maybe toward the end or something.
Yeah. Look, we touched on kind of my reasoning and stuff for starting for this, but before Plexus, I was just that person. Look, I drove 45 minutes every way to work. I started working in office like 18 years old, ended up kind of settled into an accounting position, had a couple of jobs and stuff, but I was that person. I was the one that would wake up every day, get up, get in the car, drive to a desk, sit there, work, come home.
And you know what? When you were at work, you were getting paid. You clocked in. You were either hourly or salary. While you were there, while you were clocked in, you were getting paid for your time. In a multi-level marketing company like Plexus, you're not getting paid unless you sell or recruit somebody. And I'd venture to say, I don't know who these individuals are, but I'd venture to say that they probably have a pretty lofty team. And I would also say they're probably making a little bit of commission off of the sale from the customers and a whole lot more off of their team members. And so, in my opinion, the privilege in saying, I left that job because we know that's what's coming. That's why she's saying, listen, this was what it was like before. How terrible. I got up every morning. I got in the car. I drove to my job. I got paid, what I was supposed to get paid. If she was in a full-time position, I also had benefits and this and that. And I drove home and, how terrible. Now I stare at my phone 24/7 and try to recruit anybody and everybody that I come into contact, whether it's in person or on social media. Terrible.
That was me. And even my last job, I was there for 14 years and I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just, this is what we do. We work.
Did it pay your bills?
People, and so and because of that commute, of course, I tell them I hit, my friend Betty Sue at the drive-through, and she knew me every morning because she just hand me that, that big super-sized, big gulp-sized Diet Coke every morning. And that's what I would drink on the way to work. I'd get to work. It was crazy busy time.
I'm going to ask if my husband will bring me a Diet Dr. Pepper because that sounds really refreshing. And I also feel like she's going to villainize Diet Coke. First of all, if you want to have a Diet Coke, have a Diet Coke. Okay?
Time to eat, sugars up and down. By the time lunchtime came, felt bad, which lunch, anybody who has a lunch hour knows you better get it. You better get it quick. If you don't bring it, you got to get it. Lunch is over, and usually drive-through is not the healthiest. And then by 3.
Why didn't you just plan ahead? Why didn't you meal prep? This whole argument that she's making about being super unhealthy because she was working a traditional job is just a lack of planning, in my opinion. Take your lunch like a lot of other people do to save money or for it to be more convenient, or just because they like doing that. Maybe they go to their car and they eat their lunch quietly and they listen to their favorite music or a podcast or, something like that. It's kind of like she's trying to villainize this 9-to-5 situation or a traditional job. And it's like, yeah, but the reason that you were getting those things is because 1, you wanted that Diet Dr. Pepper on the way to work. And 2, the reason you were hitting fast food is because you weren't planning ahead. Weird.
3 o'clock, I'm like on the down slope. So there I go, trekking over to that vending machine, getting candy bars, coffees, whatever, just to get me through then another 45 minutes home. All I wanted to do was sit on the couch. Okay. I didn't want to do a thing that meant no homework, no cooking, or cooking something easy, convenient, i.e. unhealthy. So that was the pattern.
Since when is easy and convenient cooking unhealthy? I don't think that's how that works. There are plenty of ways that you can cook easily, simply, quickly, and it be absolutely healthy. What? This is terrible.
And I was like, I am looking for something more. My best friend knew someone who was selling it. She lived about an hour away. So she actually handed me a 3-day sample. And look, back then, y'all, 11 years ago, these samples didn't even have like a label. They had like a little sticky label in a Ziploc, you know?
Well, that sounds
and
legit.
I looked at it and I was like, no. But my best friend knew, she knew my situation. She knew my health issues. She knew my family health issues. We had blood sugar issues up, down, all around. And she said, Deborah, this product was made for people like you.
Of course.
And that moment, y'all, that was June
Ew.
23rd, 2011. That's my aha moment. I will never forget it. And I like to share it because I just remember that gleam of hope that, wait, maybe it's not normal to sit on the couch every evening. Maybe it's not normal to just not want to do anything and not really care about stuff. So I started the products, and well, this was the funny thing is, okay, so an hour away, I drank the first one. I was like, okay, I can do this. It's okay. I drank the second one and I was like, let's go for a walk. And my husband thought I was nuts. He was like, what the heck? What's wrong? What's going on with you? I said, let me try about this. But then I got to the third one and I went, oh no, where am I going to get any more of this? So I was nervous about that. But that's kind of how it started, with just 3 days of drinking the pink drink. And then it started to just kind of snowball. Because here's the thing. The more I took the products, the better I felt. The better I felt, the more I moved. The more I moved, the better results I got. And that's kind of how I tell people the gut health. I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, it was pink drink. I said that Triplex, which wasn't even called Triplex back then, that was that other stuff we sold.
Yeah.
But then I started to learn exactly what was happening and the relation of gut health to my blood sugar issues, to me crawling to the coffee pot every morning, to all the things that I was doing just to get by. And I knew that there was more. And that kind of started my product journey. And then I started to see the vision of, you know what, I'm like El Cheapo. I don't want to pay full price for anything. So I do want to get this a little bit cheaper. Let me get into that wholesale option. And that's what I did. And then people started, you know, I'm Southern Italian. People started like, you know, my family, what are you doing? And give me 10 of that. And that's how it grew. It was people seeing, hearing, talking. Nothing. Even social media wasn't as crazy back then. You know, we were just kind of up in that, but we started sharing. One of the things I tell all of my leaders is we grew up in meetings and in little churches and talking and little booths and church fairs, and little tables set up. And I'm really, really grateful for that, because I got the eye to eye, belly to belly talking. And let me share with you, because there's a lot of people that had the same exact story or even similar to what I had.
Yeah.
And they knew that there was more out there. They wanted something more, and I was there to do it. I wasn't shy. I wasn't shy about talking about it. Kind of was a little shy about putting a big fat picture of me on social media to say, look what I did. But I did it. I was convinced I did it. And that's when the business really took off. So I really enjoy kind of all the things that are about this, about sharing, and a lot of life in 11 years. I was able to actually be flexible with my schedule and ended up leaving that job after 14 years. And I got to tell you, God's timing is divine. I know that, because I kind of put it off leaving. You know, I don't want to leave. I don't leave because, you know.
Luna, what do you think about her saying that God's timing took her out of that job? What do you think about that? I don't think it had anything to do with God's timing. I think it had everything to do with she recruited a big enough team. What do you think? Your tail's going crazy, so I think you agree. What do y'all think? Yeah, exactly. Faith manipulation has entered the chat. Ugh, yuck.
it was the only thing I knew. I was scared. And 6 months later, after I left that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And
Stop it.
it was, it was a, I guess, aggressive breast cancer. It was invasive ductal carcinoma, which is like a common thing. But it actually, would force me to have to go through like a year of treatment. Now, I had been working this business, sharing it, and really building a great team of believers and people and seeing events and getting trainings. And I learned a lot during that process. Number one, Plexus carried me through that. The people, the support, the community, the ability to be able to do this while I was going through a struggle.
Because of her team.
I'll never, ever forget that, because it was then that I realized, hey, this is real stuff. This is business. This is something you can do as a career, as something to really sustain you. Look, I worked when I wanted to. I rested when I needed to. Went through that whole year. I think the beauty of this is this Southern Italian, stubborn, that wants to do it all, learn to depend on her team of friends, family, people doing this, lean into that and let them shine. And it was truly an experience.
It was very creative how she said that. Are you okay, ma'am? Are you all right? Leaning on friends, family. What did she say? Believers. So basically she was collecting the check while she did what she needed to do. Of course, I think that, having a family member, my mom battled breast cancer. Shout out to all of you warriors out there. And that needs to be its own thing. And I feel like when you pair Plexus recruiting with a story like that, I think that is extremely manipulative. This is the type of thing that we see, in my opinion, when they go into these breast cancer or cancer support groups and they start sending friend requests and commenting on people's stuff. And then it turns into this roundabout way of recruiting. And I think that that's absolutely disgusting. I hate that they do this. I hate that they're talking about it. I'm glad that she's okay. I'm glad that she's here and won her battle, it sounds like, with cancer. I know that that's not always the case. But I think when you're pairing that with MLM, I think it's really disgusting.
Through that, everything's fine. Hallelujah. That was 7 years ago. That was 7 years.
Shout out to your sister.
Thank you. Thank you. And look, I'm going to tell people this. Look, we don't cure all these things, but I can tell you this, that Plexus came into my life at that time, 3 years before that, because I needed to work on my gut, my health, get myself the healthiest I could be to go through these.
But you are saying that. You are saying that Plexus helped you in a roundabout way cure your breast cancer. That's what you're saying here. This is giving the same kind of thing when we see MLMers say, well, I'm not going to make any income claims, and then they give an income claim. You absolutely can't say any of this in association with Plexus, with the products. You can't do that. But don't worry, I've got the video. I've already sent it to the FTC. And you guys should as well.
Struggles. I believe it 100%. I believe the timing, again, divine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I had like chills when you were sharing all that, like about the timing and quitting a job and everything. And then Stephanie Shields just says she quit her job after 9.5 years and she needed to hear what you had to say. And it's just, I don't know, it's so inspiring to hear people's story, because just like what you said before, when you hear somebody going through the same thing that you're going through, or when you're questioning that and you hear them say it was divine and it's the right timing, it gives you like a hope and energy around being able to have faith and believe that that's for you too. Like you can take a hold of that and that's for you too. And I loved everything you shared. It's so awesome. Love your story.
I carry that with me. I really do. I believe in that.
Yeah. You think you were talking about the events and the live events, and how we really didn't have a lot of social media. And I love that we have social media. To me, it has been a fantastic tool. But don't you feel like that setting up a little, we call them in the South, card table, throwing up a little card table, putting some samples on it. You don't need anything fancy, but it's being able
You don't need anything fancy. You just, need samples that cost the distributors more money that they're not making already. They're already not making any money. So then they're going to order these samples. They're going to pay for the table event, the booth event, whatever it is. They're going to buy these business cards. They're going to have all of this stuff. They're going to buy all of these supplies. And there are people that are not making money in Plexus. So it's just pushing them more into the hole. And then ordering those samples. Oh, how do they not? I shouldn't say that. I need to stop saying that because I didn't see it when I was in. It wasn't until I found anti-MLM content, to be quite honest with you guys, that I was like, wait, that does happen. And it happened in this company and it happened in that company. And wait, I remember it from this company too. Huh, that's weird. And then another video popped up and I was like, wait a second. That also happens in this company and that company. This company too. Wait, this is really weird. And then it was kind of like a snowball effect. And I was like, oh my God, all of this is happening. And because I had been a part of 6 companies over 13 and a half years, I was like, wait, not only is this happening, but this has happened in almost all of the companies that I've been a part of in some way, shape, or form, whether it's coming from the company or coming from the leaders I worked with. This was happening, whether it was front loading or all of that stuff.
To talk to people, see them, touch them, look them in the eye and say, I really believe what I have can help you, versus typing something out, holding up something. I mean, I
didn't mean to pause that.
I love that we have it as a tool, but don't you believe that is such like the foundation of just humans and like our connection and what gives us faith and hope to just try things and, do more.
Oh, I can tell you. Look, one event stood out for me, and even corporate came to New Orleans. I'm near New Orleans, Louisiana, and
I love New Orleans. I love it there. I love the food. I love the people. I love the culture. I love all of it. All of it. It's probably one of my favorite places. In case you guys didn't know that, I felt like I needed to tell you that right now.
I remember Charles standing there. I remember some of the leaders standing there, and we were having people in the audience stand up and talk about the things that Plexus has helped them with. You don't know what they're going to say. You have no idea what, you know that you've known these people, you've seen these people. And what's amazing to me is some of these stories. I thought it was good. I thought it was weight loss. Didn't know about the other things. Didn't know about this. But then you hear someone stand up with a remarkable story of how their life is no longer the way it is. It is different. It is something that they thought it was never going to change, and it did. And I'll never forget those, because those moments, those were when you really got to see, but wait a minute, I didn't even think about that. I know someone who has that same issue. And that's how it just kind of compounded and went on. And getting these people in these meetings and listening to these stories. We know these people. You've had people that personally stand up and share those stories.
I love Baton Rouge.
I believe, Michelle, you said you were blown away by Sonia's story. That's someone you knew, you trusted, and you believed, and it was right in front of your very eyes. And I think that's really how we started and how the word got out and how we were able to share it.
Yeah. When I think that like in-person events, I mean, just going back because we just had this in-person event on Saturday and we were already like, okay, we got to plan another one. We just have to, like, we're just doing it. We're planning another. We already talked to a guy at a different location. So I think it's going to be better. Like, we're already in the works. Like, it's happening. Like, I don't care if 50 people show up or whatever. I mean, we're doing this because I've been in Plexus for 10 years and I sat there on Saturday, and Sonia and I were the ones that planned it. We knew what people were talking about, like going to talk about, but we got in that room and like, you're have undivided attention on these speakers. You're not thinking about anything else. And I was like,
that sounds like a cult event to me. That sounds like an indoctrination event. That sounds like put your phones away, play full out, like Prove It says. When you're here, you're here. Oh, I don't like it.
On the verge of tears. I had so many aha moments. I've already planned like Zooms with people and trainings with people, and I come back with like a new inspired like direction in my life. I started like wanting to redo my dream board and think about visualization, and I'm like, that just came out of something I planned. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that like, I mean,
after 10 years of doing this, even
after
what
10
a renewed spirit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why I mean, obviously we know we've been through a lot in the last couple years as far as in-person events, but I'm just telling you, like, there's something that comes to like also like team loyalty with events too. Because if you think about over 10 years, like my strongest leaders, almost like all of them came out of like live events, or we've done so many meetings together. We have so much history together. We have so many stories. And I just think even like the bond that you can build with a team over meetings and over that community is so much stronger if you're willing to be face to face with them. Like,
do you still have that community, as you're calling it, with the people that have left your team? Are you still bonded with the people that have chosen to leave your team, the company, MLMs altogether? Because I bet you don't. I bet as soon as people leave, for whatever reason, I bet you're no longer friends. I bet you unfollow them. I bet sometimes you block them. So let's maybe stop using community to try and recruit people into a multi-level marketing company, unless we're going to call it what it really is, transactional relationships. Yeah.
it doesn't even compare.
And you hear a lot more too. They'll tell you a little bit more about themselves and their digestive system and their issues and things they may not normally say. So
or just about their kids and their life, and like loving on their family, on their dogs, on their kids, like it just creates something that's like, it's like more powerful. It's like, it's harder to break. I feel like it's harder to break when you've gotten that kind of depth with the relationships with your leaders.
So what I'm hearing you say is it's easier to manipulate people when they're at an in-person event and they're tired and they're being love bombed and there's a bunch of dopamine because there's loud music and lights and everybody's dancing. Is that what I'm hearing you say? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
For sure.
And then of course we love these. I mean, a Zoom, people never even heard of it. And now we've got kids that are able to do their own Zoom. So technology is a great thing.
Yeah. But Deborah, finish. I want to hear your journey as far as the business, because you're in New Orleans. So I know there's been a lot of things happen over the last few years.
Yes. So we had, right when I finished treatment, I was about 6 months out, and we had what they called the 1,000-year flood. Okay. This is here in my little town. I am west of New Orleans, and it didn't even have a name for it, but it was like 40 inches of rain in 40 hours. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
And our whole town flooded. And, my husband is in rescue and EMT and firemen and stuff. So he was out, he was helping. And here we are, and this is happening, what crazy story was that very morning, he had dropped off a girlfriend of one of the firemen, and he said, look, she's going to come stay here while we're at the station and stuff. I didn't see him for like 4 days. And because this was such an unexpected event, no one was prepared for it. Luckily, that girlfriend had the rescue techniques. So we got the boat, we got out of the house, and everything. We had about 2 feet of water in there, but still having the power on, it was just such a crazy, crazy event that it wasn't like forewarned. No one was like, we got to get out, we got to evacuate. It was only when it started happening. Our whole town flooded, and we actually had decided that we were just going to get a camper in the driveway as we rebuilt the home. Because it was a 1,000-year flood, because of where it happened, we didn't have flood insurance. And so we began the task of rebuilding. I never knew so much about water and sheetrock and dust and all that in my whole life. And I was still kind of coming off the treatment and still kind of not necessarily in the best of sorts, but we lived in that camper. I worked my business. Again, I saw that opportunity that I need this business. I need this. And I need to work this business to pay for an uninsured home that was completely, flooded.
The manipulation in this entire story is absolutely disgusting, to the point where it's time for us to take a break and do a little bubbly. So we're going to have an ASMR moment. If this is not your thing, turn the volume down. You can step away for a second, but I'm ready to have my Diet Dr. Pepper that they tried to villainize at the beginning of this. Well, Diet Coke. And for those of you that are hopping on, we're talking about Plexus. So here we go. I gave you fair warning. If you're not into it, turn the volume down. Okay. Have you guys tried the cream soda one? The cream soda Diet Dr. Pepper? totally random, I know, but it's so good, you guys. I feel like that was a good one. I feel like the bubbles, yeah. All right, let's keep it going. Do you think their why gets more tragic? What am I saying? Tragic over time? Yeah, probably.
So that's when I really set forth. And I'll tell you this, in the camper, you know, and it was decent camper, just parked right there. Thank goodness, you know, we were able to do that with the income we were making. And the computer was bigger than the table.
I had to pause this for this comment. Mango Diet Pepsi. I don't know how I feel about that. It's good though. Mango Diet. I'm going to have to try that. That sounds very interesting. Yes, I paused the video for that.
So my computer screen was bigger than the table that we were sitting at, but I would sit at that table every day and I'm like, you know what, we need to work this business. It also became apparent to me that I don't have to be shy about sharing this as a business. It was handed to me and I carried it for a long time. And then I started learning, let's give it to others. And that's kind of the way I saw that, because it got me through not one, but two seriously tough struggles that I went through. And look, for those.
Well, and the reason that she was sharing it is because she had to recruit so she could make more money. That's what she's not saying, in my opinion. Oh, gross.
You know, me getting the rank ups and all that, that did not happen fast. It did not happen fast. But what I saw that, what I say is strength during adversity. I'm a stubborn Italian and it made me work more and it made me more determined, so that by the end of that 1 year, when we rebuilt and got back into the house, that's when I went from emerald to sapphire, because I had sat there for a little while. And
emerald to sapphire. I guarantee you that has something to do with recruiting. I'm going to actually look it up real quick. Plexus rank chart. Let me see if I can find this. I'm going to keep going while I'm looking for this. If you guys know, let me know. But my hunch is that's a recruiting thing.
But was really, really determined. And what was, I'm sorry, that happened during the end of my treatment, went to sapphire. So I had 2 years to emerald, then went through my treatment. At the end of that, went to sapphire, sat there for a little bit. And then at the end of the flood, went diamond. So imagine hitting those points, seeing that on the screen. And I had two of my gals local come drive up to my camper. They're looking at me. The workers are in the house kind of doing all the things. And we're like, you just went diamond. And we're in a little bitty camper like this. And it was an amazing thing.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like and I love you had said a quote, maybe I had read it. What was it you said?
Strength through adversity.
Yes. Strength through
it's part of, you know, some of the business tips I share too, is it's like, I could have said, wait a minute, I got to go through treatments and I'm just going to shut it down and just see whatever happens. And you know, I was like, no, it wasn't about how am I, you know, going to be.
Also, there is nothing wrong if you are facing the kind of treatments that she's talking about with shutting it down and focusing on your health journey. There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, I hope that if somebody is facing that they get out of the multi-level marketing company altogether. That's my hope in all of that.
Able to do this while I do this. It was, hey, how is Plexus going to fit into here? Yeah. And I'm going to be able to continue doing. And I adjusted my hours, my length of time. I was able to take the breaks I needed, but I still worked. I still had that in mind, even with the flood, because it was like, I have to do that. I have to have something to focus on. And it was a great vision for me to see that, you know what, I can do this. I'm going to show people I can do this. And that's what happened.
Well, I think it's.
So what did she say? The jump from ruby to emerald. So ruby requires you to have 4 personally sponsored qualified VIP customers or brand ambassadors with 100 PV or more. Emerald requires 6. Ruby requires 500 Organizational points. Emerald requires 1,500. Those are the main differences. So it looks like you can do it with customers. Hold on, there is an asterisk here that I want to look up. I'll look it up while I play the video, but yeah.
It's a good segue. I mean, people are commenting.
Oh, she did mention going diamond. Yeah, so diamond is the top of the company, and it looks like you have to have 7 personally sponsored qualified VIP customers or brand ambassadors with 100 PV or more, and your organizational points, you have to have 4,500. So that's more than likely going to be customers and team members. But from judging from what the conversation has been, sharing it, team members, leaning on team members, this is a very, in my opinion, recruiting focused conversation. The sharing, I'm so stubborn, and I was able to lean on my team members. She didn't say customers at the beginning of this when she was talking about the flood. She didn't say customers when she said she was leaning on, the customers or whatever. She said specifically team members. So I would venture to say that these people probably have pretty large teams.
I love this so much. Your story is inspiring, and I know that it's easy to shut down when you go through hard things. Yeah. And I think that I really believe that people can ride waves of momentum off of just their network, off of, what they've kind of built. But if you want to go the tippity top of this company, it's this. And I feel like it's your mindset. And I feel like understanding, even through the hardest times, like what we have in front of us, and the belief and the hope and like the positivity through all those things is absolutely key. And a lot of people, I think, struggle with that. So I would love to segue into your business tips the last minute or two that you're on.
Okay, I'm gonna do this really quick because that's
so that double asterisk that I was talking about, I want to read this to you guys really quick. It says, new personally sponsored brand ambassadors with welcome pack purchase count towards the qualified brand ambassador requirement. So you have to buy a specific pack in order to be considered one of those 7 personally sponsored distributors in Plexus, or 6 for Sapphire or Emerald, 4 for Ruby. So you have to buy I want to see what it's called, the welcome pack purchase. I'm going to look that up because I want to know what the cost is on that. If you guys know, please feel free to drop that in the chat. I'm going to look it up, and we're going to keep going.
That's exactly what it was. Is I am and learned that I'm going to be the no matter what girl. No matter what happens, I'm in this business. I chose this business. I get to do this business. I get to listen to my little grandbaby screaming over there in the bedroom. I get to spend time with him, time that I really missed with my kids when I was commuting to that job. I get that opportunity. I get this. So if
I hate that phrase, I get to work this business. I get to work from my phone. I get to help people, join this incredible business. I hate that. No, that's what you're doing. You don't get to do it. You're doing it because you're trying to make more money. It's ridiculous. Anyways, here are the welcome packs. The first one is a weight loss, which I find interesting because technically, according to the FTC, you can't market a product as a weight loss product. So yeah, the Plexus Reset Weight Loss Advanced Lean Whey Welcome Pack, $292. The Triplex Welcome Pack, $192. The Weight Loss Basics, blah, 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 $192. Plexus Reset, $192, $292. Another one, $192, $112, $212, $112, $112. So you're at least spending $112. Now, I'm sure that they have an option that you can join without actually buying any kind of product, where you pay like I don't know what it is with Plexus, but like with Prove It, I think it's $49. I know Juice Plus is like $52 or whatever. But that's not going to count for this person, like the leader that signs up, whoever they're recruiting. it's not going to count towards that rank advancement. So they're going to push for people to buy some kind of a pack, in my opinion, to be a product of the product so that you can, create your own testimonial. So you have a story to tell, so you can speak on the products that you're trying. What are your ailments? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you looking for collagen? Are you looking for gut health? Okay, well, that being said, this is probably where you want to go. And then they buy that. And then that leader goes, okay, they got a welcome pack, right on. They're going to count towards my rank advancement to whatever rank. It's not about setting up the person for success, like a lot of these people, including myself, used to say. I really did used to think, hey, you got to get these products. You got to get these products so that you can try them and you can share with your friends. No, it's about that leader getting paid off of that welcome pack. And if this is in Plexus, because I haven't looked at their comp plan, if they don't get paid off of that welcome pack purchase, they're using that because it's a requirement. Let me just say it that way. It's a requirement for their rank advance to have a certain amount of people that come into Plexus at a welcome pack in order for them to move up.
Something gets busy. If something happens, I'm still going to have Plexus in my life. I'm not going to quit. I may change hours. I may shift what I'm doing. I may wake up earlier, go to bed later, but the commitment is still there. And I can tell you 6 years.
It's $40 a year. Thank you for that. Yeah, I knew it was something, because typically what they say is, this covers the website, any of the back office changes and stuff like that. That's what typically it's for.
It took me to get to the top of this company, and it was all through a lot of living, a lot of life, a lot of mindset and shifts and regrowing and doing all the things and reshifting, all of the things I had to do, because I wasn't going to stop, because I knew what we have here. So that to me is one of my tips. I think the other one is believe in your belief.
Oh God.
If you believe
believe in your belief. Girl, what? Did you get that from Pinterest?
If this is what you are destined to do, you better believe in it, and you better feed into that every chance you get. Looking at testimonies, getting into a testimonial page, getting into and seeing a story. I have a gal that has been on my team for years. I didn't even know the medical breakthroughs that she's had until she started talking about it.
You can't say that. The medical breakthroughs, you can't make health and medical claims like that. Oh my God.
And I didn't even know that. And that just right there restored my belief. Meetings that we can go to and talk about, that really did it for me.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really important to read. They try to make the products meet the needs of the client instead of matching the client to the products, because their products do everything. It's the ultimate. Natasha, you didn't add this. I'm going to add this. It's the ultimate snake oil. Girl.
How emotional that's how we felt Saturday with hearing people stand up and sharing their testimonies. I literally cried at every testimony. Yeah. These are people I'm watching. These are people I know. And to hear their in-depth stories, like you said, the medical breakthroughs, like it just reassures me that I'm in the right business. My husband had a guy call him last night. Hadn't talked to him in 35 years. Before we were married, my son found him on Facebook, giving Michael's number. He called. I hear Michael going, "Really? She's got that? Well, that's what my wife had, and she got into Plexus." And I just rolled my eyes. I said to myself,
we're all rolling our eyes too, for different reasons. We all are. Drop the rolling eyes emoji in the comments if you want to, just for funsies.
So everybody needs what we have. Everybody needs not only the products, but the community, the belief, the hope in something better, the financial blessings. So, Deborah, I want some more of you like you on my team.
So I'll go find some Deborahs this week.
Deborah's with that kind of grit.
Ew.
Thank you.
So inspired by you.
Thank you.
It just fuels me up.
Hallelujah, I can walk. All because of the pink shrink. What?
To hear you. Thank you for every piece of everything you said.
Well, I'm honored that you asked me to be on. So I'm delighted to share.
So good.
Thank you to everybody who watched and everyone that's going to watch. Feel free to share. Feel free to tag people that need to hear this story.
Yeah, no, I'm done with that. I know you guys are too. Are you guys okay? That was a lot. That was a lot. I want to look at the compensation plan, or not the compensation plan, the income disclosure statement really quick. I don't know that I've actually looked at this from Plexus. Let's see. Give me just a second. This is not what I'm looking for here. That's the comp plan. I want the income disclosure statement. Do they have one? I'll keep looking. I have one more video. This was also sent to me by the same person. This one is specifically around heart-related issues. So if that is triggering for you, if that's something that you're like, absolutely not, I can't deal with that right now, feel free to skip this. This video, I think, is like 7.5 minutes long. So we're going to watch it together. I don't know who this person is. I don't need to know who this person is. I'm not talking about this person's character. I'm not talking about who they are as a person. I am talking about the tactics that they, and I know I don't have to tell you guys this, but in case there's people that are like, oh, I can't believe you're not blurring her face. No, I'm not, because I'm talking about the tactics. These things were posted publicly in an attempt to either sell them an overpriced multi-level marketing company's products around specific health claims and or try to recruit them for those reasons. So that's why I don't do that here. Yeah. Anyways, let's watch this together. It's rough.
Hey guys, I'm just getting on here for a moment. I just want to talk to you for a second about being an advocate for your own health. And so I'm going to be an expert on it soon. I'm sitting here, of course, it's always going to be a Plexus kind of day for me. I'm sitting here working on my unicorn drink as we speak.
Why do they have to have all these nicknames? Just call it what it is. My Plexus triplex, my Plexus, whatever it's called. They come up with all these weird, like bomb juice or unicorn. What did she say? Unicorn drink. Or I mean, I know why they do it, because they're trying to get people to ask them what it is. What is this unicorn juice you're talking about? Because if they called it what it really is, people would go to Google and find out it's a multi-level marketing company, and people have strong feelings about that. It is what it is. Yeah, unicorn drink. Oh God. Hey, Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just drives me crazy how they call it something different. Maybe it's because I know why they're doing it. I know they're just trying to create curiosity so that people will ask them questions, but I just think it's so manipulative. Just tell people if your product is as good as they say it is, which we know it's not. But if it were, why wouldn't you call it what it is? Why wouldn't you say, this is it? Here's the studies to back it up. I can help you get it. You get me to help you with, answering your questions or whatever. Here's the studies. Here's this, here's that, here's this. Do your own research. Come back to me. I'll be here, kind of thing. No, they go the opposite way. They put up these vague posts that have, medical claims, health claims, income claims. They have all of these things, and it's very vague. Nobody knows exactly what the company is, what the product is. And they're like, message me for more. In fact, the other day, there was a post that came across my Instagram, and I could clearly tell because they showed the box that it was Melaleuca. And so I commented, is this Melaleuca? And seconds later, I had a message, and I was like, why can't you just answer my comment? Like, why can't you answer my question in your comments? And she was just like, oh, well, because I like to have, personal messages with people. I've been there. I know why she's doing it. I know the reason that they are wanting to take it to the inbox versus commenting is because people can go, ooh, Melaleuca, look it up and get it probably direct through the company instead of going through a distributor. I know that. She doesn't know that I know that. It was very interesting. I put something in my stories, I think, about it, because they do this to build curiosity so that they ask questions. But instead of answering those questions in the comments that they're getting, they respond with, I'll message you. if it were as legit as you all say, as MLMers, you would answer it loud and proud in the comments. You would give the information in the comments instead of trying to control the narrative, prevent people from going to Google by going into their inbox. It's shady and we all see it. And if you have any of those instances, friends, send them my way.
And so I'm just getting on here briefly for a second to talk to you about you. So I don't know your story, but I know mine. And I know that recently I have started seeing where there were people that are my age. I'm 57. There were people my age that were having a lot of health issues. And yeah, I actually lost it.
Also, Melaleuca is an MLM, in case anybody needed to hear that. Yes, it is. Yeah.
A few of those friends recently. So why am I bringing this up now? I'm bringing this up now because a week ago I was given some very difficult news to swallow. I don't want to go into full detail about it because I don't know the final outcome until Thursday. So I'm going to leave that to myself. But I will tell you that it's pretty serious, and
I hope everything is okay with this individual. Absolutely. I hope that she gets the answers. I hope she has access to the treatment, whatever that looks like for her. And again, I'm not talking about this person, their character. I'm talking about what she's doing right now. She's sharing this emotionally charged, I have this health thing going on. I'm showing you my pink drink through Plexus. I'm talking about this and how it's changed my life and this and that. That is what I'm talking about. That is the manipulation that is wrong. You cannot make these kinds of health and medical claims to try and sell or recruit into your multi-level marketing company. It's really disgusting. And that's not me shaming this person. That's not me, throwing ad hominem attacks her way. I don't know this person, but I can react and provide commentary based on what she's saying, which is what I'm doing here. I know you guys all get that.
I was aware of it, but I didn't take it very seriously until a few weeks ago when it really started showing up in my life. And I'll be honest with you. I was a real, a real pain in the butt where Plexus was concerned in the past, because I used to tell people all the time, like, it's life-changing. It changed my life. It gave me back my life. Well, guess what, guys? It's true. I am in a better place with my health now than I was 2.5 years ago when I started doing Plexus. And what does that mean? 2.5 years ago, I was morbidly obese. 2.5 years ago, my heart was enlarged. Hayden's right here, Hensley, Courtney. He's right there playing his game. 2.5 years ago, my heart was enlarged. 2.5 years ago, my ejection fraction, whatever that is, was 40. Like, my heart was not doing well. And I started taking this Plexus. And before you know it, I was off all of my medications. At the end, I was off of all of my medications. And, like I said.
Ma'am, that is very dangerous. You are basically telling people that by drinking this Plexus, I know, Sarah, Erin, breathe. I'm trying. This narrative is so dangerous. I don't care what company it is. When they are talking about this MLM product allowed me to get off of my medication, whether that's heart related from what it sounds like. Obviously, I don't have access to her medical history. I don't know, but just judging from what she's saying, she probably was on some sort of heart medication to imply that an MLM product can help you get off of, any kind of medication is extremely dangerous, because the only people that should be messing with somebody's medication is their doctor. We've seen people that are in Amari say that they can get off of their mental health medications. That's extremely dangerous. I don't like this. This makes me, I don't want to say it makes me angry, but it makes me angry because of how this video that she put out could cause somebody to say, oh my God, I can replace it with this. I'm going to feel better. I'm not going to be morbidly obese anymore because it probably has appetite suppressant in it. I'd venture to say, this is just such a dangerous narrative, you know. And what happens if something happens to that person's health, that because you shared your story and said you were able to get off these medications, which she doesn't really talk about what medications, what happens if something happens to that person that you just sold this Plexus product to, that ends up passing away because of the advice that you gave them when you were in their inbox because they found this video? That's not something I would want to play with. Absolutely not. And if you're somebody that's in Plexus that is watching this video and you're upset that I'm doing it, pause for a second. Think about this. You don't have you're not an MD. You don't know this person's medical history, their family history. You don't know any of that stuff to say that safely, yes, this is a product that helped them to get off that medication. And then by her sharing this publicly, other people are going to go, oh my God, I can do this too. I can get off this medication and this and that. And getting off medication cold turkey, that can be extremely detrimental to somebody's health, depending on obviously the medication. Oh, I hate this so much.
Said 2.5 years later. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my granddaughter's writing me things, but anyway, 2.5 years later, I'm off all the medications. 2.5 years later, I got a conversation with the surgeon's office the other day who said they can put on one hand how many people have come to them for the surgery that I'm going to require, my age, my health, all of that, the heart issue that I have, and on one hand they can count how many people have showed up in their office without being on medication, and they're telling me that I am like really ahead of the game. So that's one of the things that I am going to be advocating on is, if you think something's wrong, if you feel something's wrong, if you haven't been to the doctors in years, get in there and get that physical.
Yes, I agree with that. Get in there, get the physical, see your doctor. Do not take any kind of medical or health advice in general from a multi-level marketing company's distributor that does not have the education, does not have the background, does not have access to your medical health, your family history. Absolutely not. They're in it to make a buck. I hate this so much.
Go get that physical. That's not where they found mine. I actually went a few years ago because my dad had a aneurysm and they said it could be hereditary. So
go get a physical, but that's not how they found mine.
So that's how they found my issue. And so anyway, guys, it's very important that you take care of yourself. It's very important that you do all the things. Don't get to where I am, 57, get ready to be 58, getting ready to have.
If you want to send that my way, I would love to react to it.
A life change, literally, getting ready to slow me down, even though that's not where I want to be. Get your health together now, guys, because if I would have had to face what I'm getting ready to go into in the condition that I was prior to Plexus, my outlook.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Plexus. It has everything to do with you seeing your doctor, you having a physical, you getting necessary screening, which, please, you guys, if you have a family history of anything, please go get checked. Please do the necessary screening. Please see the professionals. Make sure that you guys are good. Your health is important. Please. Okay. This has nothing to do with Plexus. It's because she got proper screening. It's because she went and had the physical done. It's because she said, hey, my dad has this and I want to get checked out. Bravo to her for advocating for herself and saying, I'd like to get checked for this because I have a family history of X, Y, and Z. It has nothing to do with Plexus.
Look would be so much different. My life would be so much different. I really would be scared because Can't fix it now. Can't lose any more weight. Thank you, Jesus, for getting that weight off. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for everything that he's given me. Yes, I'm talking about Plexus, but I'm also got to talk about God because he brought it to my life. So anyway, God.
No, I've said this on other videos, and I know you guys are about to say it in the comments as well. I don't think that your higher power, and again, whatever it is that you believe in or don't believe in, is going to bring you into a multi-level marketing company where the majority of people lose money or don't make any at all. 99.7% according to the FTC. But I do have Plexus's income disclosure statement from 2020. I have gone over this. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, but I will put it in the video description in case you guys want to see it for yourself. It's just one little paragraph. So the top 1% of brand ambassadors made an average of $37,553 annually. 50% of the top 1% made more than $14,875 for the year. Obviously, this is before expenses. The top 10% of brand ambassadors made an average of $5,081 annually. 50% of the top 10%, yes, that's how it's written, made more than $960 for the year. In 2020, an average of 14.4% of all brand ambassadors enrolled at least one active brand ambassador and earned income. 14.4%. The average earnings of all brand ambassadors was $544 for the year. So tell me how somebody that on average before expenses is making $45.33 for the month, again, before expenses, is life-changing. And don't you dare tell me it's because of the community. We know from my own personal experience and that of other people that that community is based off of transactions. You get out of the company, you decide it's not for me, you cancel your auto ship, and all of a sudden those friends go away. They weren't really your friends. It was transactional relationships. So yuck.
Guys, I'm just getting on here again. Go get your checkups. If you don't want to do Plexus, you don't got to do Plexus. But I am telling you, start taking that multivitamin. Start working on your heart health. You know, I do.
Go see your doctor. Have some blood work done. See a dietitian. If you need to address your relationship with food, you can also see a therapist. Go see professionals. I do agree with part of her message. Advocate for yourself. You don't need an MLM product to do that. Go see the professionals.
Not diet, but I am working on not consuming so much red meat. I'm a meat eater. I can't help myself, but I guess I got to stop. I'm a bacon eater too. I guess you know that. I'm really down to only a couple days a week when literally I was 7 days a week with 5 pieces. All right, well, I'm getting ready to put my granddaughter on here.
Oh no, we won't be doing that. We won't be featuring her granddaughter on this channel. Absolutely not. Anyways, Plexus. That was some nonsense, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Are you guys okay? Because I know I got a little, I don't want to say heated, but I guess a little heated at some of those points. Oh man. My dad has an enlarged heart, but he's 75 and it's from the Army. He has not had to have surgery because he takes his meds. He was prescribed 30 years ago when he tried to donate a kidney to me. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I'm glad that your dad is doing okay. Also, please thank him for his service. That was rough, you guys. Plexus be wildin'. Oh, God. Plexus, not even once. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I did not love that either, but it is something that we need to talk about. Oh, sorry, friend. How does one become okay? Well, you know, we appreciate the education. We keep an eye out. We report these health claims to the FTC. I really think that that's how we become okay with all of this. And when I say okay, because advocacy is doing whatever you feel like you can do to prevent this thing from happening anymore. That's just my kind of loose definition of it. So yeah, it definitely was. Jessica, for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate your commentary. If you have not already liked the stream, if you would, that would be awesome. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me get the word out. And you guys, we're getting really, really close to 9,000 subscribers, which is insane to me because I can remember when I hit 5,000 subscribers, and here we are pushing 9,000. Insane. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate every comment, every like, every member. Thank you guys for all of your support. And guys, don't join an MLM. Don't do that. Okay. If you have any other Plexus videos you'd like for me to cover, or anything that you see, send it my way. You can message me on Instagram, and then I can kind of walk you through the best way to get it to me. So I know, Charlene, I can't believe it. Almost 9,000. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go have dinner with my family. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.